Well, my dear brothers and sisters, we begin today Holy Week, the Holy of Holies in the Catholic Church, in the Christian calendar. This is the week where we see the tremendous love that Jesus has for us. If you noticed in this reading in the Gospel, there was one act of love. One act of love. And it was from the woman who broke the jar of a costly perfume, oil, and poured it over Christ's head, which is something that you would only do to kings, right? When a king was crowned or a queen was crowned, they would pour oil all over their head as a symbol of strength. And here, this woman breaks a jar of costly oil and pours it over the Lord's head. And what does Jesus say? Amen, I say to you, wherever the gospel is proclaimed to the whole world, what she has done will be told in memory of her. That one act of love. So, a few days ago, I was hearing confessions. And I have to tell you, many times when I hear confessions, something comes out of my mouth that I never thought of, never imagined. And this past week, when I was listening to confessions, the very first confession I heard, I said, you know what? Starting Sunday, today, is the beginning of Holy Week. From now till Easter, try not to commit any sins. No sins. And so when I said that, I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to do this. And then everybody that came to confession with me got the same penance. And now I'm telling everybody here in this church, this week, from today till Easter, try not to commit any sins. And then you say to me, Father, that's impossible. And you wouldn't be wrong. It's not impossible. It's difficult. But if you think about it, when you finish confession, you do your act of contrition. Oh my God, I'm truly sorry for all the wrong I've done. In choosing to do wrong and failing to do good, I have sinned against you, whom I should love above all things. I firmly intend, with the help of your grace, to sin no more and to avoid the occasions of sin. You say that. I say that. So, this is the challenge for all of us. Are we ready? Okay. Is it going to be difficult? Yes. Is it going to be a challenge? You bet. But what more beautiful way to show our love for the Lord, who today in this reading showed us how much He's willing to suffer for us, willing to sacrifice for us, willing to do for us. What a beautiful way to show our commitment to the Lord, to anoint His head. What amazing way it would feel like. Wouldn't it feel amazing to go to bed every night with a pure heart? I don't know how that feels, but I'm going to try. From Sunday to Easter, let's try not to sin. Each day. So that when we go to bed, we can go to bed with a pure heart and experience, what does that feel like? What does that feel like? To go to bed with a pure heart. To go to bed completely united with God. To go to bed or to be at peace with my soul and my mind. What does that feel like? Well, this week, let's challenge ourselves. And if we commit, it's going to be hard, right? What's one of the reasons why it's hard? Because we're going to forget. As soon as we get out of the parking lot, as soon as we get in our car, as soon as we're pulling out, someone's going to be, right? You're going to go. You're going to forget. You're going to forget. When you wake up in the morning, you're going to forget. When you go to work, you're going to forget. When you're in the office, you're going to forget. When you're with the children, you're going to forget. That's what makes it difficult. If we could remember, if we can try to remember the challenge that we're willing to accept today, that will make it so much easier. From now to Easter, to try to avoid committing any sins. I think that is a beautiful way to show our love for the Lord. Amen? But I forgot one more thing. If there is a little slip up, then at the end of the day, before you go to bed, say an act of contrition so that we are back to zero. We're back to a clean slate. Okay?